before the video starts, make sure you use my support create code CoryJT123. Just type that in, click accept, and boom, it's as simple as that. And shout out to the guys on screen right now for using my code. If you want to get a shout out like this, just send me a picture on Twitter showing some proof of using my code, and I'll give you guys a shout out in my next video. Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be explaining what dead zones are. So in the latest patch, Fortnite, they added dead zones to your controls, so you could change your dead zones. And what dead zones are, it is basically how responsive your controls are, so it's like your response time basically. So if you go over here, a lot of people still don't know about this, but this is a new setting with the latest patch. It's just your dead zone. So I'm going to show it as an example. So the lowest one is 0.05. If I put them both to that, 0.05, that's the lowest possible dead zone you can have. And if you were to use this, basically having a smaller dead zone will make your thumbstick sensitivity faster. So I would suggest, if you're a better player, you use a smaller dead zone. But there is a disadvantage if you do use a smaller dead zone, especially if you use like the smallest possible dead zone. See, I'll show you guys right here. Just get this. So if I stand still, you see how sensitive it is? Like, I'm not even touching my thumbstick and my controller is like drifting away. So yeah, you gotta be careful if you use the lowest or a very low dead zone, because the disadvantages of having a small dead zone is basically just how sensitive it is. Since it's so fast, you're not gonna be able to hit like all your shots unless you're like a god at the game. But for the average player, you're gonna find it difficult to like hit your shots if you are using a small dead zone. And it's the same with building, it's really fast, and obviously it makes it difficult with hitting your shots as well, so you gotta bear that in mind when you're picking what dead zone you're gonna use. Alright, so that's basically how the smallest dead zone works. So say now I was to use the largest possible dead zone. So if I had 0.95 for both of them, it would basically mean like, so if you have a larger dead zone, it requires you to move your like analog stick further. Like your response time is gonna be horrible if it's all the way up. It's so delayed, like I can barely build it. Look how bad this is. So I would definitely not recommend using a high dead zone, especially if it's like the max. It's unplayable, it's really bad. So I definitely wouldn't recommend playing with a really high dead zone. Alright, so if I go over to my sense bureau, so you can see I use 75x and 75y sensitivity, so it's kinda high, right? So I like to balance this out with like a lower dead zone. So I like to go with like 0.12 maybe. Alright, so I'll go that 0.11 and 0.12. You can probably put a bit higher if you wanted to, like maybe like 0.20. That could even work. But I think this is perfect because it balances out my fast sensitivity with like the steadiness and the response time. So if you're playing on a lower sense, I would pick a smaller dead zone to balance it out. And if you're playing a higher sense, I would play on a larger dead zone. The larger the dead zone, the slower your response time will be, and the smaller the dead zone, your response time will be almost instant, so it makes it a lot better. So that's pretty much how the dead zone sensitivity works. As I said, it's quite a new addition to the game, and yeah, that's pretty much how it works. So let me know in the comments like what settings are you using. I'm still kind of messing around with this, but I think that's probably what I'm going to stick with, 0.11 and 0.12. I could even up it a little bit, or I could even, if I play 0.08 and then like 0.10, I want to try that. Actually no, I'll put that 0.10 as well. I'll try that, see how that works. Alright, it's like, it's kind of hard to get used to it. I think I might stick with that. But yeah, let me know in the comments what dead zones you're using, but I'd recommend playing on a smaller dead zone, because if the dead zone's too high, your response time is going to be way too slow. But I wouldn't put it like too low, because it kind of makes like hitting your shots a bit more difficult then. So I'd say between like 0.08 and like 0.25 would be good. It depends, like as I said, what your sensitivity is. But I'd say between there, depending on what your sensitivity is. Like if you play on a lower sense, pick a smaller dead zone, and as I said, if you play in a higher sense, play a larger dead zone. But as I said, don't have your dead zone too high, because it makes the response time way too slow, to the point where it's even unplayable. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Now I've just got some build battles, creative 1v1s with my new dead zone sensitivity. So yeah, enjoy the highlights.